Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Tuesday morning. It is now the 28th day of January 2025. And this is the morning briefing coming to you from the home weather office, where it is another bright and sunny but chilly morning with temperatures in the 30s, but it's going to be another nice day. We are still looking at chances of rain and snow down the road, but for meteorologists, it's just going to be a long week of waiting for that to get here. I'll show you the latest thinking on that in just a second. Before I get to that, I do want to just say that, for about the last week and a half, I haven't been going on camera. I told you I had to have something done, and well, this morning I'll give you a peek at why I haven't been going on camera. Yeah, that's what I look like right now. Got bandages everywhere. I'll just do a little PSA for you. This has been skin cancer. They had to take out some stuff over here. They had to do some other things. I'm going to look like this for another couple of weeks. And then there might be other stuff down the road. So my PSA is take care of your skin, see a dermatologist, and don't be like me. Let's press ahead to the weather because that's what you're really here for. This is the way it looks this morning. We do have clear skies in California. That little weather system down south is moving on out and moving into Arizona. So the threat for anything significant in Southern California is over after the beneficial rain that they had there. And Northern California is going to continue to be clear, cool, and dry for the next couple of days. So when is this pattern going to change? So this is a 500 millibar chart. I show it just about every day. Somebody in a comment section the other day said something about they didn't quite understand this. So let me just explain why we use the 500 millibar chart. This is a level that's roughly 18,000 feet in the atmosphere. And what these lines are lines of equal height. In other words, if you had a barometer in your hand and you went straight up into the atmosphere along this line, you would have to go up 5,640 meters before you would reach 500 millibars. But if you went up here, I think this is about 540, so you'd only have to go up 5,400 meters. And so you're looking at these areas of high. So yeah, big high here, big low here. So it's lower to get to the 500 millibar level here than it is here. And so this is just very instructive for us to be able to see the way things flow aloft. All right, so that's the way things look right now. Here's that low pivoting around Southern California. And as we go through the next couple of days, we still have this big ridge over Northern California. That low begins to move on out into the south. And once again, this should be Wednesday night or Thursday. I have to go up to the top here because you can't see it, but the time is up here. This is Thursday. So Thursday, we still have ridging in here. So if you have outdoor plans Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's just fine. What about Friday? Well, that ridge is finally gone, and as you can see now, the flow comes straight in off the Pacific into California and all the way into the Intermountain West, a pattern we really have not seen for the last 3 weeks. Then, as we go through the next couple of days, we still have kind of a flat ridge here, but we still have the flow in Northern California to perhaps bring in moisture our way. And then next week, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I like this pattern here. This is nice. It's good orographic flow. In other words, flow that goes perpendicular to the Sierra, so we get good upslope flow. If there's some moisture here, this should be around next Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah, this is Wednesday of next week, and then into Thursday. So, this is more than a week out. Who knows if this is going to happen, but I like the potential for that. So it's one thing to have the flow. The other thing we need, of course, is moisture. And for that, we look at the precipitable water, how much water is in the air. And, we talk about looking for atmospheric rivers and that sort of thing. And over the last 3 weeks, California has been very, very dry, just generally north flow here. And now we have this little area of moisture out in here. And over the next couple of days, gradually that moisture continues to move our way. So this should be Friday. This is Friday morning. Finally, we have moisture pointing toward California with a nice fetch of moisture out here in the Pacific. And then as we head into Saturday, that line of moisture stays right there, even into the day on Sunday and Monday. So yeah, that's nice. So that's what you like to look for, is these areas of persistent moist flow coming into California to bring us anything in the way of rain. Now, just because we have moisture in the air doesn't necessarily mean we're going to see rain, but you're going to get rain. You have a better chance of rain there than you do with a pattern like this. All right, so let's take a look at the specifics here. And I'll start with the NAM because the NAM does get into Friday, which is our first chance of rain. So we're all the way into the day Thursday. This is Thursday morning. We have a flat pressure gradient at the surface, which means likely another cool morning. Mornings down in the 30s, afternoons in the 60s. Then during the day Friday, we start to see increasing clouds, and then this is Friday morning. So Friday. I think Friday is going to be a somewhat questionable day. I expect the models to go back and forth a little bit, but I'll show you what to expect right now. But if you're a contractor, let's say you're DJ, whose company is currently working on my backyard, and asked the question yesterday, can I pour concrete on Friday? Right now, I don't know. You can pour Thursday, but I don't know if you can pour Friday. So this is Friday midday. A band of rain finally coming our way in the last day of the month, getting a little bit of snow in the Sierra, and then it dissipates. But this is as far out as this model goes. This is Friday afternoon. So this model is a little bit faster than what the GFS was showing for this time frame yesterday, but this is the first time the NAM has gotten out to Friday throughout the day. So that would indicate some rain. And let me go over here to see how much rain we're talking about. It's not a ton. It's about 1/4 of an inch around Sacramento, the Feather River Basin, maybe an inch or so, and then very little in the San Joaquin Valley, and much, much more up on the north coast, as you might expect. And a couple of inches of snow in the Sierra, but if this would be true, it would be enough for chain controls on Friday, especially Friday afternoon. So again, the NAM only goes out 84 hours, so right now it only goes to Friday afternoon. To go farther out in time, we have to go to the GFS right now. So that's why, when you look at the GFS, it's kind of blobby, if you will. It's tough to pinpoint timing, locations, and all that sort of thing with the GFS. So that's why over the next 24 to 48 hours, we'll be able to nail down Friday as we have the NAM more consistently looking at it. And then, of course, when we get into the HRRR range, which goes out 48 hours. So this is the GFS. And this is Friday, showing the same time that I showed you with the NAM. While it looks similar, the line of rain is a little bit farther to the north. And then into Friday afternoon, then we get the rain. This is 4 p.m. Once again, light rain, a couple of tenths of an inch, light snow in the Sierra, but maybe enough for chain controls. Then we get into Friday night, and then Saturday, I showed you on the precipitable water how we have that persistent flow coming our way, and this is the way it will look. And because it's an atmospheric river sort of pattern, some areas, like the coast from Marin to the north, will see really good rain. So for those of you in Mendocino County, we're going to see really nice rain. For those of you in Modesto and Sonora, not much rain. And for the Sierra, you'll notice that it isn't all snow up here, meaning the snow level is probably going to be somewhere around 6,000 feet, maybe 6,500 feet or higher, maybe 7,000. It's going to be relatively warm. But right now, anyway, Saturday looks like a showery day, especially around, let's say, Sacramento and El Dorado County to the north. This is Saturday evening. Sunday, it looks like that line starts to lift a little bit to the north. And this is rather typical when you have these AR kind of patterns. The line, so if you just kind of drew a line from here to here, it's this area that would see a lot of rain, this area wouldn't. And it's that line that can kind of shift north and south. And exactly where it's going to be is too tough to tell right now. But it does look as though, the San Joaquin Valley is going to get missed throughout much of this. And then this is Monday morning. All right, let me just stop here in terms of time and then go to total precip accumulation to further look at that. So this is total precipitation through Monday morning. Look at the San Joaquin Valley, hardly any rain down toward Monterey, which is great news because we have the Pebble Beach Golf Tournament going on this weekend, and it doesn't look as though they'll get soaked down there, although it wouldn't be surprised if they get some rain, but we all know that they can get a lot of rain during that tournament. But then look up at the Feather River Basin. 6.5 inches of rain here. Look up on the north coast, 4 inches of rain. So this is where the AR has been concentrated, generally from, let's say, I-80 to the north. So Grass Valley would get a good amount of rain, but you'd get a lot more rain in the areas that feed into Lake Oroville, the Feather River Basin, if you will. But yeah, the San Joaquin Valley, very little. And this model only has a 2/10 of an inch of rain through Monday in Sacramento. For Placerville, it has about a half an inch or so, but for Sonora, about a 1/10 of an inch of rain. Okay. All right, so that's through Monday. Let's go a little bit farther out in time. And for that, I'll switch back to this. Okay. So now we picked it right back up on Monday morning. Because next week looks as though it could be a bit more promising, but we're kind of out there in fantasy land, if you will. This is Monday night into Tuesday, some nice snow in the mountains. Skiers should be happy about all of this. A little bit of a break. And then this is the part that I'm going to be a little bit more curious about. This latest model isn't very impressed with Thursday. Much colder, though. That's Thursday night. And then getting into the day Friday, the pattern breaks a little bit. But let's take a look at the previous runs here. So that's the 12Z run that's still just coming in. The 6Z run I thought was a little bit more ambitious. No, maybe it was the 0Z run. I thought I saw a run back here that looked really good on Thursday. Maybe not. Let's see what this one looks like. This is the 0Z run last night. Yeah, I think the moisture is going to be kind of limited. Either way, next week does look as though it could be a little bit more active and certainly colder. And I'll make you a guarantee, a kind of a Joe Namath sort of guarantee. I guarantee that Sacramento will see more rain in February than we did in January. I know, not really going out on a limb there. All right, that's everything I've got for you this morning. Dry the next couple of days, more cool and dry weather, but yes, keep your eye on Friday. We'll nail down the timing on that over the next couple of days. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.